Hello everyone. Today we will be discussing about GSM handover. That is how handovers are performed between cells. Okay. In last class we have discussed about localization and calling, where how GSM locates the user and calling is performed by using mobile terminated call and mobile originated call. Okay. Now when has to be set up, that time if mobile station is not in the signal area, that time how GSM manages to hand over that call without any cutoff. So that how handovers are performed by GSM when signal is not present in the present radio cell. Okay. So this GSM normally cellular systems requires these handover procedures because single cells do not cover the whole area. We all know that GSM is worldwide used service, but still a single cell cannot satisfy the whole area service area. So only up to like 35 kilometers each antenna on the countryside or some 100 meters in the cities it will manage. If no problem, no obstacles in the middle is there, then that time it can provide some 35 the range to the 35 kilometers. But in the cities, as we have very big buildings, tunnels, all these there. So in the cities, it will be like only some 100 meters. Okay. If the cell is small, then faster movement have to be there for the mobile station, because if cell is small means more number of cells are required, and between those cells again handovers have to be performed. Okay. Then the handovers, if the more handovers are performed on ongoing calls are required, and this handovers, whatever the call you are if you are calling some other person at that time, if GSM is performing handovers in the middle, that time that handover should not be noticed by the users. Okay. So in that some milli microseconds only GSM has to perform this type of handovers and have to set up a call to the other mobile station. Okay. In the middle there should not be any cutoff or any call drop. In order to avoid this cutoff and call drop, GSM performs this handover within some 60 microseconds or milliseconds. Okay. So why these handovers are performed actually? Okay. Before getting into types of handovers, we will discuss about why actually these handovers are performed. There are mainly two basic reasons that why handovers have to be performed. The first one is if the mobile station moves out of the range of the BTS. As we have already seen in the GSM system architecture, there will be a radio cell. Okay. That radio cell is under BTS. That radio cell is connected to the BTS. If the mobile station moves out of the range of the BTS, or if it is moving out of certain antenna of a BTS, then that time what happens? The received signal level decreases continuously because it is moving out of the home location. It is moving out of the BTS. So until it gets the minimum requirements for communication, the signal rate always decreases because mobile station is slowly moving out of the range of the BTS. We are all the mobile users. They are they will be moving here and there, and they will while moving, after moving, before moving, they can make a call at any point of time. If they go out of the range of the BTS, then signal range level decreases. So this decreasement of levels leads to the uh, uh, long, very low requirements for communications. So this error rate may grow continuously with the interference you see. Okay, means if you are going and you are going somewhere and you want to make a call, at that time what happens, due to some interferences or due to some obstacles, if your signal gets weak, if you are unable to contact the person whom you wanted to call, that time what happens, GSM performs this handover, because the distance to your radio cell and the distance to other mobile station is very large and there are so many obstacles. So that is the reason, this is one of the reason which will decrease the quality of the radio link, and it cannot establish a call between two mobile stations. Okay, this is one of the reasons why handover has to be performed. If you are moving out of your home location, if you are going away from your home BTS, that time signal gets weak. Not only this, and if you are having any interferences in the middle, any obstacles in the middle, that time also signal gets weak and you are unable to call, set up a connection with other mobile station. This is one of the reasons. And the second one is in the wired infrastructure, that time what happens, if the traffic in one radio cell is very high, if it is too high, then BTS will shift few mobile stations to another radio cell in order to avoid the heavy traffic. BTS shifts few cells to the another radio cell to decrease the load. This time also, as mobile station is moved to the another radio cell, then whenever you want to set up a call or whenever other mobile station want to set up a call, that time handovers will be performed. These are the cases why handovers has to be performed. Now we will go into the types of handovers. How many types of handovers are there and what handovers techniques are performed in those types, that we will see now. There are mainly four types of handovers. The first one is intra-cell handover. Second one is inter-cell intra-BSC handover. Third one is inter-BSC intra-MSC handover. The fourth one is inter-MSC handover. Okay, we will see one by intra-cell handover. First I would like to tell you about the difference between inter and intra. Okay, so in offices, if you go to MNC offices, that time what happens, internet is provided. Okay, internet is provided in the office, but that internet cannot be used by other office or other buildings, other beside buildings also, because that internet is provided only to the backend people who is working in the office, only within those systems which are present in the office. That internet you cannot use outside the net facility, you cannot use outside the office, only within the systems within that office only you can use that network. That is called intranet within the office. Internet means like outside, like Wi-Fi, you can use that internet anywhere every time by giving some password. Okay, in our campus we have internet and also intranet. Few people will be using internet where they will type a password and they will connect to the network, and in classes like you use intranet only in specific area, only within the campus you can use that, outside the campus you cannot use it. This is the difference between intranet and internet. Okay, so here intra-cell handover. Intra means what I told you, within some particular location. Okay, within some within some, what do you call, area, within only some area. So this happens when uh, narrowband interface could make transmission at a certain frequency, and it is performed within a cell. Okay, if you see the diagram, here there are four radio cells which is indicated with the blue color. Blue color boxes are radio cells, and under the radio cells you can observe mobile stations which is indicated in the yellow color. Okay, so in one radio cell one mobile station is there here, but in one radio cell there may be one or more mobile stations can be present. So here in one radio cell one mobile station is there. If you see the first radio cell, that is intracell handover. We are talking about the first type of the handover. Intracell handover means within a radio cell under only one BTS. If handover is performed within one radio cell within the mobile station under the same BTS, then it is called intracell handover under the same BTS and within the one radio cell. Okay, that is intracell handover. And the second one is intercell intra-BSc handover. And this type of handover is a typical handover within the GSM system which occurs when MS moves from one BTS to another but stays within the control of the same BSc. And the BSc now performs handovers and assigns new radio channel within new BTS, then releases old BTS. Okay. So if you read like this, you may not understand. Again, we will move into the diagram. Here in the second radio cell, if you observe, okay, mobile station is now moved from first radio cell to second radio cell. Why it is moving from one radio cell to another radio cell means, I told you the reasons why handovers are performed. There may be a heavy traffic in that radio cell, that is why it has moved to another radio cell. Or the signal rate in the first radio cell is low, maybe low. That's why again the mobile station has moved to the second radio cell. So here what happens, the mobile station old BTS is connected to the first radio cell and the mobile station new BTS is connected to the second radio cell. So now this mobile station is having two BTS, that is old BTS and the new BTS. Okay, but now as mobile station is in the second radio cell, it will be connected to the new BTS only. Now it is called as, it is under this new BTS only. And this handover is called intercell intra-BSc handover because intercell means within two radio cells, intracell means within only one BSc. If you observe, mobile station is moving from one radio cell to another radio cell. Okay, that is intercell, moving from one radio cell to another radio cell. But intra-BSc means within one BSc only it is moving. There may be one or more radio cells between one BSc, no problem. But it has to be there under one BSc only. If mobile station is moving to different radio cells under same BSc, then it is called intra BSc. Okay, so that is why the second type is called intercell intra BSc handover, within two radio cells but within one BSc. If handover is performed, then it is called intercell intra BSc handover. Okay, this second mobile station will be having old BTS and also new BTS. As it is there in the second radio cell and it is connected to the new BTS, this BTS is responsible for the mobile station. Okay, and the third one is inter-BSc intra-MSc handover. Since a BSc controls a limited number of BTS, the GSM system has to perform handovers between BSCs. This form of handover is controlled by the MSc. Okay, we will move to the diagram again. In the third part, look at the third one. In the third radio cell, now what happens? MS has moved to third radio cell, which is little bit far away. Okay, and this far away radio cell is situated under BATS, which is another BSc and MSc. Means this radio cell is having three BTSs. Okay, one old BTS, another old BTS, and another new BTS. Okay. So here it is called inter BSC because second radio cell is having one BSC, third radio cell is having another BSC. Okay. Second cell is having one BSC, third radio cell is having another BSC. Inter BSC. Okay. Mobile station is moving from one radio cell to another radio cell within two BSCs, under two BSCs. So that is why it is called as inter BSC. And intra MSC means we have only one MSC here. Okay, one MSC. So that is why it is called as intra MSC. Okay. Now here handover is performed between BSCs and one MSC. Okay. From first radio cell to third radio cell handover is performed, and this handover is performed between two BSCs and one MSC. Okay. Now this MSC handles the mobile station. This MSC handles the third radio cell. This mobile station is under the control of MSC. This is the third type of handover. And the fourth type of handover is inter MSC handover. That is, a handover could also be required between two BTS that belongs to two different MSCs. Now both the MSCs will perform the handovers together. Handovers can be performed anywhere between two BTS, between two BSCs, between two MSCs. Okay. Fourth radio cell, if you observe, the mobile station has moved to the fourth radio cell now, which is under the BTS, BSC and MSC. Here, as two MSCs are there, so that is why it is called as inter MSC handover. Means handover is performed between two MSCs. So that is why it is called as inter MSC handover. Okay. Both the MSCs will perform the handover now, because mobile station is now moved from one MSC to another MSC. If it is under BSCs, then handover is performed between BSCs. But now it is a mobile station has moved out of the BTS, now moved out of the BSC, now it has reached to the MSC. So both the MSCs will perform handovers. Okay. And these handovers are performed by taking many values, thresholds and all. Okay. All the necessary information for the handover for the weak link have MS and BTS both will perform all the periodic measurements for downlink and uplink quality rates. All these values are taken and then handovers are performed. Means to perform an handover, all values have to be checked, link quality has to be checked, signal level has to be checked, bit error rate has to be checked. Handover margin, what is the handover margin is there, how much margin is there to perform handover, that has to be checked. And what is the threshold after taking the values from all the BSCs, after taking the values from all the MSCs, what is the threshold value came, that threshold value has to be checked. Handover margin has to be checked. Signal levels from uplink and downlink has to be checked. All these things have to be checked to perform handover between any MSCs, any BTS, any BSCs, any MSCs. Okay. So BSC old value, BTS old, what is the BTS old value, what is the BTS new value, what is the MSC old value, what is the MSC new values. All these values have to be calculated. Then after you will be getting a threshold, taking the threshold what is the signal rate, what is the bit error rate, all these have to be calculated. After calculating all these, then only handovers are performed. See in this diagram, see mobile station is there, BTS is there, BSc is there, MSc, again BSc, BTS. First measurement report has to be sent to the old BTS. Then that has to be sent to another BSc old. Then margin. Okay. Handover margin has to be given. Okay. That request required all these activations, acknowledgements from them, from new BTS, from new BSCs, from old BTS, from old MSCs. Acknowledgement, every time acknowledgement have to be received that mobile station has moved to another radio cell. And now I am the old BSc, you are the new BSc. Every time here, request has to be generated, acknowledgement have to be received, commands have to be received, margins have to be fixed. All these will be there. Okay, to perform the handover, these all things have to be performed. Activation, setting a connection, messages, acknowledgements, results, requests, all these will have to be performed, and then link will be established. After link establishment also, again acknowledgements have to be sent, commands have to be sent, everything have to be performed. After performing all these, then only handovers will takes place, and these all things will be performed within some milliseconds. Means all these things should not be noticed by the GSM user. So that is the reason these all things have to be performed within some micro to milliseconds, and then handovers have to be performed in order to avoid call drop or call cut. So every time when we make a call, these all things will happen in order to avoid call cut and call drop. Okay, this is about establishment of call performing handovers. Okay, this is about handover. Thank you.